Hi, welcome to Feminism on Trial. I was thinking the other day, well, I've thought this for a long time, but it's one of those weird things you think and you just, I don't know, I just never shared it. I just never did, but I'm going to now, and I did then, and that's what made me think I should do a video on this. So I was talking to my man on the phone, and I don't know how it came up, but I said, you know what? I said, Mary Poppins is a feminist movie. And side note, I think Milo Yiannopoulos might have said this on Timcast a few days ago, and I was like, hey, I was gonna talk about that, and now it looks like I'm copying you. But I'm not copying him, I swear. I have high respect for Milo. I really do, because he will call out feminism like nobody else, and I think that's why they shut him up. But that's beside the point. Mary Poppins is a feminist movie, right? Here's why. So you've got Mr. Banks is his name? I don't remember the name. Anyway, so you got the husband and the wife, right? And they're having trouble, their kids, and it's because the dad works too much. The dad's just so involved in his job and thinking about his job, etc., etc. He doesn't know how to relate to the kids. Okay, that's my first problem. The dad is supposed to be doing his job. That's his job. The dad is the dad. He's not the mom. He's not supposed to be like all soft and sweet and effeminate. Like, this movie is old, but they're already, we'll use the left word, they're already shaming him for not being more nurturing, like a woman should be. And that's the reason why this family has a problem. And so here comes Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way, right? She comes in to save the day. So she gets the kids with their manners, and she, occupies their time, and she gets them all happy again. And she facilitates their relationship getting better with the dad, and she facilitates the dad learning how to sort of back off his job, etc. Now, here's what you may not have noticed or didn't think anything of it. Meanwhile, what's mom doing? Why isn't she doing this? Does she have a career? No, this was a long time ago. But what she is doing is she's a suffragette. She, if you remember that scene, she's in the living room with her sash and her sign, like practicing marching for women's suffrage. It's sort of in the background, nothing to see here, nothing to see here, Meanwhile, Mary Poppins, magic, carousel horses, all of that, chim chimney, chim chimaroo. Very covert. So mom's a big feminist going for the vote, and dad's not feminine enough. So Mary Poppins has got to come in and save the day. Well, mom should be doing what Mary Poppins is doing. And the whole thing is like, I don't know about you all, but I saw Mary Poppins as a little girl. And I think I really should have looked up when it came out before I started making this video. I just got really way too excited. But I think a lot of you saw Mary Poppins as a little kid, right? You didn't think anything of the women's suffrage in the background. You didn't think anything of it. You were like, yay, that's great. Because it's supposed to make it seem like that's what everybody wanted. All the women, that's what they all wanted. And it isn't. A woman like the wife in Mary Poppins, she wouldn't have been the type of woman to be a suffragette, because she was happy and content at home, and she didn't have anger issues against men, and she would have known, like, I don't want to sign up for the draft, so she wouldn't be your typical suffragette. Suffragettes were in the minority. But this movie, it's put there to change your mind, and, well, not change it, but shape your mind into thinking that this is a good thing, this is a normal thing. There's no accountability on the mom. Mom's doing everything right. Dad's fault, right? And the other thing, this is a side note, it's a little personal, but when I was a kid, and Mary Poppins, she eventually like goes off with her umbrella again. And as a kid, I was like, why does she have to leave? That's sad. And my mom was like, well, another family probably needs her. I mean, that's how you explain it to a little kid who's like, why does Mary Poppins made friends with these kids and now it's sad? And my mom's like, well, she helped the family out. Now she's moving on. I was like, okay. Then I got older and I started doing some tutoring, and I stayed with several friends over the years, and I'm very grateful for their generosity letting me stay with them. But here's what I've learned, and that is the reason Mary Poppins couldn't stay is because it would only be a matter of time before the husband in that family would realize, hey, this lady's better with our kids than my wife is. This lady, I don't know if she smiles more, because the wife in the movie smiles a lot. She's kind of dim-witted though and can't really carry on much of a conversation. However, my point is that it wouldn't take long for the dad in Mary Poppins to start looking at Mary Poppins thinking, hey, why isn't my wife like that? Now, move that to more like present day. And if you're a tutor or a nanny or what have you, and you come into the family and you're better with the kids and you're more patient and you smile more, it can create a problem. So you best be on your way before it does. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be after you, the husband, but he'd be crazy not to think, well, why doesn't my wife smile more? Why isn't, he's going to compare. Just like a woman would if the man came in and he, picked up his socks and made dinner and did whatever else that you think he should do. Mary Poppins had to move on, because otherwise it gets complicated, right? Remember the Brisbane lady from back, several years ago, where she would get up at 4 o'clock. It was on the news in like Australia, where she would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, make her husband breakfast, do herself up, do her hair, her makeup, all of it. She was one of those darn bleach blondes. This is not real, in case anybody was confused. But she was one of those darn bleach blondes, and she got up, she made her husband breakfast every morning. So by the time he got up, his breakfast was made, she looked great. She sent him on his way to work with his lunch packed, etc., etc. So they covered this on the Australian news. And there were some news anchor ladies. I've talked about this in the past. I always think it's hilarious. The news anchor ladies talking about her and just like, oh, like it's really hard to be like, oh, she makes him breakfast. Like, she's not oppressed. She's doing it, she wants to do it. She's happy. And one of the ladies let it slip out. She said, she's making us look bad. Uh-oh. You said the quiet part out loud. Yeah, she's making you look bad. She's got their kids all in order, their house is clean, she looks great, which takes work, takes a lot of work, and you can't eat everything you want to either. And that news anchor lady saying she's making us look bad. Anyway, Mary Poppins, if she stayed too long, would make the wife look bad. But Mary Poppins is a feminist movie. It's just one of many examples of movies where there's hidden feminism. Because people think, oh, third wave feminism, it really got bad in the 70s, it really got bad in the 80s, whatever, pick your decade. Well, Mary Poppins was a long time ago. And it started before that. So whatever decade you think it started in, you need to do some subtraction. Anyway, Mary Poppins is a feminist movie. I still like it. I still like Mary Poppins. But I see it for what it is. I can't see anything nowadays without seeing the propaganda in it, because it's everywhere. So anyway, please hit subscribe. Let's bump up these subscribers. Let's get the numbers up. You guys can help me out with that. That'd be great. I can get some actual real equipment here. Oh, that'd be great. Anyway, see you next time.